Anyone who knows me knows that I'm full of laughter and love to have a good time. But water scarcity is not funny. I should take water for granted and never think of the other perspective, but climate change affects access to water globally. Water is the most important resource on Earth, and it is crucial for food production, sanitation, and overall survival. With 60% of our Earth's surface comprised of water, 97% of this is salt water, which is unusable by humans. The remaining 3% is fresh water, but 2% of this is frozen in glaciers and ice caps, melting away to the sea and mixing with salt water. That leaves less than 1%, a tiny, tiny fraction of all water on Earth usable by humans. Keeping in mind that 8% of our water is set aside for domestic use, 33% for farming, and 59% for industry, drought is spreading. My generation does not deserve water insecurity because we can plan ahead to avoid it. Let's start with our backyards. I live in Northern California. We have mostly rain and hot, brilliant sun from May to November. We experience droughts that dry up our reservoirs, and with no water for our crops and gardens, we are left with dying brown grass by the time late summer comes around. Especially with our dry season going hotter and more arid, what can we do? A few things can be done to prevent water scarcity in drought-prone areas, and these solutions fall into 3 different categories: technology, government, and personal water conservation. The government can enforce policies to protect against water scarcity, pass laws to ensure water doesn't get polluted, and fund infrastructure programs to protect water and transform landscapes to be drought tolerant. So far, the government has created the CWA, or the Clean Water Act. Thanks to this act, the EPA has implemented pollution control standards for industry, and this is great, but we need more. We need to be aware of what water scarcity can have on our future. Technology is also a solution, and using technology, we can reuse and refilter gray water, making desalination cheaper and cleaner to do. We can fund new programs and help new technologies become better so we can help water scarcity in the future. Personal water conservation means being aware of what uses the most water and how to conserve it. We teach our kids how to conserve water and how to be eco-friendly. And simply turn off the tap when you don't need it. The last one seems so simple, and you probably all think that you do that. But the truth is, just turning off the tap while brushing your teeth can save 8 gallons of water. And turning off the tap while shaving can save 10 gallons of water. Even beyond that, think about how much water it takes to make the things you love to eat. The average family uses 300 gallons of water a day. It seems like a lot, right? Well, according to watercalculator.org, it takes 660 gallons of water to make 1 hamburger. Oh, and the cotton shirt you're wearing, 659 gallons. Imagine a world where everything I said came true, and we started to be more aware of what uses the most water and how to conserve it. Water security means communities that are protected against water scarcity. They are ensured free, clean, accessible water, no matter their situation. We learn to share water fairly and distribute it equally. This is more achievable than we think. But let's start with what you can do when you leave this room tonight. Wherever you are, vote for laws for water security and water conservation. Sponsor and donate to projects that help make new technologies. And choose one aspect of your water consumption and commit to changing it over the next month. With all of our efforts, we can ensure that my generation's future is drought tolerant, healthy, and just. Remember to act locally and think globally. Thank you.